Charlie Kirk is a young man from Turning Point. He's the founder of the organization.
Very special hour episode for you today. My wife joins us, Erica Kirk.
Hi,
the beautiful,
everyone.
legendary Erica.
I love you so much.
I love you.
Jesus saved my life. I'm a sinner, gave my life to Christ, most important decision I ever made. And the resurrection is the pinpoint of my belief that Jesus did rise from the grave so that we may live. We should be so grateful. We should be on our hands and knees kissing the ground and thanking God we get to live in this great nation, which is the inheritance, not of luck, not of chance, not of Buddhism, but the inheritance of courageous Christians.
On Wednesday, probably around 6 o'clock, is when I found out that Charlie Kirk had died. And just for whatever reason, I wasn't on my phone. I hadn't been keeping up with anything and just spending some time with my wife. And she just happened to see it and she said, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And it totally messed up my whole night. I started watching as much content as I could and trying to wrap my head around what I had just read. And then what made it even more horrific is when and I probably shouldn't have, made the decision to watch the video of the shooting. And I mean, that just tore me up inside. And then when I found out later that his wife and kids were in attendance, that's when the tears started flowing. So in the culmination of all this week, I'm just going to show you some excerpts of where we've been, where we are, and hopefully at the end, where we're going.
That the other thing, to suggest that, well, every single one of these things says, except that, even The Guardian. So when you read it in The Guardian, and they're telling the truth about it, this is the truth. They said, they talked to people who were friends of the family. They said he was incredibly radicalized. He was a conservative. He was brought up a Mormon. He grew up in Utah. His parents were cops. This, that, the other thing. To suggest that, well, every single one of these things says, except that, even The Guardian. So when you read it in The Guardian, and they're telling the truth about it, this is the truth. They said, they talked to people who were friends of the family. They said he was incredibly radicalized. They said that a few years ago he really started to, and I think, well, we need to talk about universities and just what's happening on our university campuses right now, that people get so radicalized on them. But that he talked about Charlie Kirk, he talked about the right, he talked about fascism, he talked about trans stuff. Now we know why there's an angle on the transgender side there, because, of course, if he's had this relationship.
Hey, fascist, exclamation point. Catch, exclamation point.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
Hey, let me shut down the Senate! We are at war!
We're in a war right now.
We are at war.
So you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order.
We go high. No.
With all due respect, if they go low, we don't go high.
When they go low, we kick them.
We take them to the mud and choke them out.
And make sure that they stay down. And you know what? Kick them when they're down, because they deserve it.
Get up in the face of some Congress people.
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your...
We have to fight this in the streets.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Full debater. He went into places where he knew he was hated in order to engage.
I agree.
Kindly and humanly
that
with people.
he was not about violence.
For you to say that it's the same thing.
Oh, hold on.
It's not, Chris.
Hold on. I'm not talking about it with Charlie. Benny, don't play games with me. I'm giving you latitude because you deserve it, because this was your friend, and this is scary, and it hurts, and it could have just as easily been you.
The dehumanization is wrong. It's wrong. And
there's no question. But Benny,
you'll never be able to chew me out, Chris, because I'll never dehumanize.
Benny,
if I hear that Joe Biden gets a terminal cancer diagnosis, I'll say a prayer for him. I'll say that I hope he lives the rest of his days painless. That's exactly what I said, and every person that I know and respect, and I know them all in my ecosystem, said the same thing. Not a single one of us celebrated. Not a single one of us celebrated Joe Biden's terminal cancer diagnosis. Now, I can show you a endless series of TikToks and celebration posts and T-shirts made celebrating this travesty. There is a fundamental difference of those who glorify death on the left, and it is demonic, it's sick, and it's dark, and it needs to be.
All right, but
it needs to be disavowed.
I hear you.
At some point in time, we got to recognize, can't just speak about it. Can't just give lip service to when such a vile act takes place. 2 of his children, who are 5 years of age or less, that he's dead at the age of 31, that his wife is a widow, that his children are fatherless, because his ideas and his beliefs differed from somebody else.
Hear me when I say this, nobody is ever too young to know the gospel. Nobody. Nobody is ever too young to get involved with saving this beautiful country.
All day on campus. I haven't done campus ministry in a hot minute, but in light of what happened to Charlie, I went out about an hour down the road and spent the day proclaiming the gospel on campus. Got my trusty Bible, got a lot of it on video. Hopefully it'll encourage you guys. Hopefully it'll encourage and inspire you guys to actually get out and proclaim your faith. It's not as hard, it's not that hard. You know, it's really not, especially if you have like a track or something like that. But got into 15 or 20 gospel conversations, super powerful. And remember that like those like screeching demons on the internet who are like cackling at Charlie Kirk's death, I don't know, that might be real life somewhere, but not here in Tennessee. Every single person, even people who were clearly leftists who disagreed with him, were like agreeing that it's tragic, which is great. And they were even mourning his loss. So yeah, anyway, thank you, my man.
I'm sure many of you would be. This has been a very crazy week. A lot of tears, a lot of questions, a lot of wondering, a lot of why God, a lot of what's next, what does the future hold. The one thing I can say is that I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. And He, I trust. If you're somebody right now that's fearful, that's anxious, and worried about what's going on in this country, everything that's happening, Christ foretold in His Word over 2,000 years ago. Chaos, wars, rumors of wars. Men will be lovers of themselves, evil. They will see good as evil and evil as good. That's what we're living in, guys. And see, what people fail to realize is that Christ is going to return, and He is wrapping this up. So if you haven't given your life to Him, you need to do so before it is too late. You don't get to come back here and get it right once you close your eyes in death on this side. And I don't care whether you believe me or not. It is the truth. And I will speak truth whether you disagree with it or not. I'm going to be held accountable for the truth that I spoke. Now, what you do with it, that's up to you. Examine the evidence. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be open to you. That's what Christ said. Make sure you like this video. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And like I always say, and I mean it sincerely, I love you guys, and I will check you on the next one. Later.